Just a bit. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you usually work for 6 days a week?
Oh yes, yes.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Oh.
then there would be times when I would also take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Someone would take my place at least
Mm-hmm.
once a month. Yeah.
Once a month. Oh. Mm.
Hmm.
Mm. Okay.
Oh well, you're familiar with my weekly routine now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've got
Hmm?
a new topic. It's about your favorite trip. So
Yeah.
this is what you're going to talk about. You have to also say what made the trip memorable. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go over them. Oh, it's the Philippines.
Yes.
Okay. I was in the Philippines 2 years ago, and I had been there for 2 months to study. Ah, to study English. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
to study English.
To
Hmm.
study English.
Yeah, I'd been there for to study English. There were tons of islands. Yeah, 7,100 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes, right.
I usually spend every weekend on traveling some island. Oh, hello, Violet. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear. I'm hearing.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think the net is just a little oh, yeah, a little slow at my end, but it's okay
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I usually spend every weekend on traveling to
Two.
Oh, did you travel to an island every weekend?
Yeah, every weekend.
Ah, okay. So it's better to say spent. I usually
Uh,
spent every weekend. I
Spend.
usually spent every weekend
Mm-hmm.
traveling to
Mm-hmm.
traveling to another island. Okay. Ah, really? So do you mean that you didn't stay in one place?
Uh,
Or
uh,
you were based in, for example, you were in a, let's say in a specific place, but you would just go away for maybe 1 to 2 days and then return to that
yes, yes, that's right.
dorm.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
Mm. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
just uh, change it to spent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. On traveling to. I usually spend every weekend traveling to
Mm-hmm.
another island. Or I usually spend every weekend at a different island. You can remove traveling. Yeah, and just
Okay.
say usually spent every weekend at
Mm-hmm.
a different island. Hmm.
At different island. Mm.
Yeah. Mm. Touring a
Mm.
different island. How about that?
Mm.
Hmm. Okay. And then the most incredible place was White Island. Ooh, I've never visited that place. At one point, I went there with my friend,
Mm-hmm.
even though it was a
Uh,
spontaneous trip.
mm-hmm.
Uh huh. Yeah. The place
Spontaneous. Mm-hmm.
was perfect and unforgettable. Oh, wow. Did it have white sand?
White sand. Yes.
Yes.
White
Yeah.
sand, and there is in the middle of the sea, and it only appear 5 hours a day, and
Oh.
I went there by bus, around
Mhm.
7 hours, and then
Mhm.
transfer the ferry, transfer
Mhm.
the ship, and
Mhm.
I visited a big island, and then I transferred another ferry, and finally I got there, White Island.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mm.
What is? Oh, hold on. Maybe I'll be able to find it. Yeah, I'll
Mm-mm.
find it on my own after,
Yes,
or during my free time.
yes.
Mhm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that's why you also typed, it is a sandy island in the
Mm-mm.
middle of the sea.
Mm.
We took lots of pictures and
Mm-hmm.
made a lot of memories on that trip. I'll never forget that trip. So instead of saying that trip,
Mm-hmm.
um, remove it
Mm-hmm.
so that you would avoid redundancy.
Mm-hmm.
You could say, I'll never forget it. Yeah, I'll never forget it.
Just I'll never
Yeah,
forget it. Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I made a lot of memories on that trip. I'll never forget it.
Mm-hmm.
The trip gave me some unforgettable memories.
Yes.
Well, actually,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's also repeating the same idea.
Yes.
Um, yes, especially since you said never forget that trip, and then
Mm-hmm.
you said unforgettable. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe you can describe it in a different way.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you
Um,
have other ideas? Yeah. Do you have a different way of describing the trip?
um, 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 oh, like, uh, it was so hard to get there because I have to transfer 3 times,
Oh,
because it was spontaneous. Even
it
though
was spontaneous.
even though it was
Mm.
so hard,
Mhm.
I uh, the trip gave me some unforgettable memories. Because
Yeah, I think that would be better.
I want
Mhm.
to describe like that. It was so hard because
Mhm.
it uh, was spontaneous trip, but the trip gave me unforgettable memories. I want to describe
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
but I don't know how to
Mhm.
make a story.
Yeah, but I think that's better. Yeah.
Mm,
So just avoid being
mm, mm,
repetitive
mm,
with
mm.
some of the ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mm,
Okay, so just
mm,
remove that and then
mm, mm,
add in
mm, mm.
what you had mentioned a while ago.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a hard trip.
Mm, mm,
Um, yeah, you had to transfer 3 times.
mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Mm. Yeah, you could also describe the weather. How was it hard?
Weather.
Yeah.
Mm,
Was it too hot sometimes, or you weren't bothered by it?
yeah.
mm.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay. I will. Just I'd like to write this story again next class. And
Okay.
how about I think uh, I had to memorize the story to
Mhm.
take a test, but I
Mhm.
think it's a little bit tricky to memorize. So,
Yeah, it's tricky to memorize.
mm-mm,
Actually, it's
mm,
not recommendable to
mm-mm,
memorize.
mm-mm,
Yeah,
mm,
you have to familiarize yourself
mm-mm,
instead
mm,
um, with expressions and ways of expressing yourself. I
Mm-mm.
mean, the expressions are good,
Mm.
like idiomatic expressions are good, building
Mm-hmm.
up your vocabulary is good. You just have to um, be more accurate
Mm.
in the way you
Mm.
use them
Yeah.
to explain your thoughts and feelings. Yeah, so that's
Yes.
a challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So,
hmm
okay. Hmm.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, you can definitely do better.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that you can sense that you can. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So we'll be talking about this again. Yeah. Do
Okay.
you have any questions regarding the list here? Making up
Okay.
everything. Be
Mm.
spontaneous. Down the coast. Enormous.
Normal.
Unforgettable.
Mm. Spon. Uh, is that word normal? Right.
Oh, spontaneous?
Yeah. Yes. Right.
hmm
Spontaneous. Mm.
Oh, sorry. I had to clear my throat.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
people normally use this word. Yeah, spontaneous.
Mm.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Yes,
Spontaneous.
spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, is that the same means? Make up everything? Be spontaneous?
Yes, it's
Or
not planned.
mm-mm.
Yeah, so for example,
Mm-hmm.
you said, "Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend." Yeah,
Mm-mm.
so I'll just go with the flow. I'll just do whatever comes to
Mm-hmm.
mind. And so the following day,
Mm-hmm.
you woke up and you feel so energetic, and
Mm.
you told your sister, "Hey,
Mm.
let's go on a drive." Yeah.
Ah.
And so you're making a spontaneous
Mm.
decision.
Yes.
Yeah. So you suddenly want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and
Spontaneous
there it is.
decision. Mm.
Spontaneous. It has a long A
Spontaneous.
sound. Tay. 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 Yeah. Spontaneous.
Spontaneous. Okay.
Yeah. hmm
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll never forget it. At one point. At one point. At one point.
hmm
Okay.
hmm
Uh, this one. Like, uh,
hmm
last one question. Okay.
hmm
The trip was so much fun.
Ah, the trip was so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
And
very
mm,
a common expression as well. hmm
okay.
hmm
That's it.
hmm
That's
Okay.
it.
Okay. So, yeah,
That's it.
I'm excited to hear more
Mm,
details regarding
yeah.
your
Mm,
favorite trip. Oh, and
mm,
it's actually also
mm,
very. Hold on. What made the trip memorable? Your trip
mm,
to the Philippines was memorable.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, you
Mm,
can tell me more about White Island because
okay. Mm.
it's about a favorite trip.
Our
Yeah, so
favorite
I think
trip.
it would also be
Mm,
best to focus on that one trip that you made.
yes,
hmm
right.
You can even tell a short
Mm-mm.
story.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Mm,
anyway, I'm gonna let you go now.
mm,
Have a good night's rest and
yeah.
see you next week or
Okay.
when? Yeah, next
Mm,
Tuesday. Bye
okay.
bye.
Have a great day.